Have you ever wondered what actually goes on in those late-night town board meetings? How are the big decisions about your streets, your safety, and your town's future really made? Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're taking a detailed, year-long record of one town's government and boiling it down into a quick look at how local government actually works. Let's get into it. So our guide for this is a really unique document. It's called the Newtown Township Board of Supervisors Chronicle. And this isn't your average dry meeting minutes. No, it's a true chronicle compiled by Supervisor John Mack to track every single decision, every debate, and every dollar, all laid out just as it happened. And why would someone spend, by the way, about 40 hours a month on this? Well, the motivation is right here. Radical transparency. The whole idea is to take information out of the filing cabinets and put it directly into the hands of the people who live there. It's a pretty powerful mission statement for everything we're about to dig into. Okay, so here's our game plan. We're going to start with the big, often heated debates over development and zoning. Then we'll look at infrastructure, the stuff you use every day. After that, we'll follow the money with budgets and public safety. And finally, we'll tie it all together and talk about why any of this local stuff really matters to you. First up, the thing that's a constant tension point in pretty much any town, development. The Chronicle is absolutely packed with debates about new construction, and it really shows you how these decisions can completely shape the future of a community. So let's look at a perfect case study from the Chronicle, a proposed 120-unit apartment building. Now, this was not a simple rubber stamp situation. I mean, the sheer density, we're talking 20 units per acre where the limit is under 4, and the potential impact, well, it sparked some major concerns from the Planning Commission and residents alike. And the Chronicle doesn't just show you what the officials were saying, it captures direct feedback from residents. You have people like Vince Alfieri asking these really practical questions. Hey, can our water supply even handle this? What about parking? These are the real-world concerns that pop up when a huge project like this lands on your town's doorstep. A lot of this debate really boils down to some pretty specific legal language. You have use by right, which basically lets a developer build without needing special review. Supervisor Mack calls it handing the keys to the kingdom to developers. On the other hand, the Planning Commission wanted conditional use, which gives the board way more control. This one little legal difference can literally determine who gets the final say. All right, so moving on from building new stuff to taking care of what's already there. We're talking about the things people deal with every single day: roads, streetlights, and trails. These are the infrastructure projects that have a direct impact on everybody's life. So the Chronicle details this big proposal to switch all of the township's 1,613 streetlights over to new energy-efficient LEDs. And it comes with a pretty eye-popping price tag, more than $720,000. So when you see a number like that, the immediate question is it worth it? And to find out, Supervisor Mack didn't just take the proposal at its word. He actually used the Chronicle to cross-reference it with what the town was really spending. And here's what he found. The proposal claimed about $4,300 in annual savings, but the Chronicle showed the town actually spent over $71,000 on repairs in just 2023. I mean, that is a massive difference. And with a payback period of over 16 years, you really start to question the value of the whole project. Now, let's zoom in on a much smaller, but maybe even more frustrating infrastructure problem. It was documented in the Chronicle after a resident gave it the perfect name: the Dollington Deep Ditch, a crumbling piece of pavement right along a new trail. And after this was reported, what was the official solution? 2 cones. Yep, that's it. The Chronicle tracks the whole back and forth, highlighting this non-responsive contractor and the hazard that just sat there. It's a perfect little example of how the document follows an issue from the first complaint to a less than ideal conclusion. All right, next section, let's follow the money. We're going to focus on 2 really key functions of any local government: managing the town's finances and making sure the public is safe. And as you can guess, the Chronicle gives us a detailed look at both. Just take a look at this. This visualizes a pretty shocking detail from the town's bill lists. In 2023, the township budgeted $212,000 for zoning services. But the Chronicle shows what they actually spent was over $500,000, more than double the budget. That is a huge overrun. Now, on the safety side, the Chronicle covers a proposal to install license plate reader cameras at these 4 big intersections. The idea is to help solve crimes, detect unregistered cars, stuff like that. And the whole cost is covered by a grant, but the proposal definitely raised some other concerns. And this is important. The Chronicle also presents the other side of the argument. It includes research, like this warning from the ACLU, talking about creating these giant databases of location data on innocent drivers. It really brings up some important privacy questions. So, in response to that, the chief of police laid out a very specific data policy. If there's no hit on a plate, the data is gone in 30 days. If it's part of a criminal case, it's kept until the case is closed. This shows how the Chronicle doesn't just present the concern, it also shows you the official policy designed to address it. Okay, so we've been through development, infrastructure, budgets. In this last section, let's connect all these boardroom details back to what they actually mean for the people living in the town, right in their own backyard. Because ultimately, what the Chronicle shows is that every single one of these decisions or delays has a real-world impact. We're talking about everything from rising trash collection fees to the frustration over a crosswalk project that just keeps getting pushed back. These are the issues that directly affect everyone's quality of life. And this is really the power of a document like this. It creates a simple but incredibly effective system for accountability. A supervisor does their homework, asks the hard questions, records what happened, and then puts it out there for everyone to see. And the results? A clear, transparent record of exactly how your town is being run. And that really just leaves us with one final question. The Newtown Chronicle is one supervisor's answer for how to keep the public informed. But it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much do you really know about the debates, the budgets, and the big decisions happening right in your own community? And what would it take to find out?